Kia ora, I'm Zach and this is Freya, and we're just a couple of Kiwis that have quit our normal lives to travel our backyard, living life on the road. Dive in with us as we fish, dive, spearfish, and live life as sustainably as we can off the land around us.
Hi guys, I'm here in Waihi with my sister Herm. If you haven't been following us from the beginning, we were living in a caravan travelling around New Zealand videoing that whole adventure. We have since sold the caravan, which we videoed a few videos ago. And yeah, we're on to the next adventure, which is currently in Waihi, where Zach's mum and stepdad live. Zach is helping do up their house and I am teaching at a centre in Tairua. The caravan adventure's over and we're just on to the next. So we'll be here for a couple of months and then there may be something exciting after that. Maybe another country. But today the adventure is we're going out on Zach's boat. Zach is going to spearfish. Him and I are probably going to sunbathe on the beach and get a tan. And yeah, so hopefully we get some fish for dinner and yeah, enjoy the adventure with us. Let's go! Do we get snacks from New World now or do we
always yes to snacks? Always yes to snacks. People either say we look the same or completely unrelated.
Yeah.
But you've got green like hazel eyes and I've got
Botox. We've just arrived in Tairua. Beautiful day. Hello everyone, so we've just arrived and where are we?
Hello everyone, Slipper Island.
Slipper Island. Slipper Island. In Tairua. Zach is about to go along the ridge line, is that it?
The reef.
The reef?
Swim out off the reef either this way or that way while these guys sunbathe and try and get some fish.
Yeah, can't wait.
Alright, so I've dropped the gills on the beach. I've left them to sunbathe. I've just shot around the corner in the boat out to this little reef here. I'll show you in a second. And yeah, going to jump in, have a dive, and hopefully get a bit of footage on the GoPro. Water looks good though, nice and clean.
And we're back into it. So yeah, jumped in at this spot. I started seeing snappers straight away. There's a couple of silhouettes sort of off in the distance that looked like reasonable fish, so seeing as I had the sun behind me, I thought I'd drop down, see if I could get a shot at them over this ledge here. One fish presents itself and I hesitate, and I probably could have got him as he is swimming away, but it's not worth really wounding a fish. You know, if there's others hanging around, you may as well take a smaller one and guarantee yourself a fish than risk taking a lob shot at a fish that's already been spooked and yeah, just risk wounding it and losing it. Yeah, so shot that wee penny. Thought I'd better get back to the gills as I left them with no shelter, roasting on an island. But had a wee look on the way back to the boat for another one, but yeah, no luck. So just gutted this one, threw them on the float line and back to pick them up.
Zach has just arrived back from spearfishing. Where'd you go?
One snapper.
One snapper. You cooling off? Yes, we've just got back from the beach. Yeah, we're going to cook up the snapper Zach caught and then we're going to go out for another mission tomorrow.
We made it finally. We're late.
Yeah.
But
I could have used the extra half an hour sleep.
sorry. This is Christine and Sam. This is Michael.
Hey.
No, I'm introducing you guys to each other.
Oh yeah, how much?
Former Prime Minister Helen Clark, such a pleasure to have you with us. Morning, good morning.
Good morning, John.
So we arrived at the Aldermens to find crystal clear water, like the water that you'd have in the tropics. It was like diving in Fiji or something. 20 to 25 metres viz, crystal clear. dropped the anchor, and sort of right around where we anchored, Christine found a good sized pack horse in a cray hole here. She had a crack at it and had a moray eel swimming underneath her while she was trying to pull it out, and then yeah, she wasn't too keen on having another go at it, so I went down to check it out, and sure enough, it was the moray was there looking at me in the face, trying to chew on my arm. And not only that, there was a couple of big sea urchins sort of just above where the moray was. So you had sea urchins on one side and a big moray eel on the other side trying to chew on your arm.
I see what you mean. It's not very appealing. I was like, fuck, moray for a cray. I just want to like pull that eel out.
Yeah.
Keep an eye on that flasher, because there might be a king butt coming on that. It seems to bait around.
Yeah, so I didn't get the cray out on the first dive, or the second actually, but the plan was to go down and make a bit of space, so tried to knock these sea urchins out of the way to give me a bit of clearance between the moray and the top of the cave, so I could grab the crayfish without getting my arm chewed. Quick look to see if the moray's still there. Yep, moray's still there. Back to the surface for a wee breathe up, and yeah, pull this crayfish out. Here's a couple of photos that Sam took of me pulling the cray out of the hole. I pulled him out of the hole, and straight away he started to latch onto my hand and my leg, really digging his claws, and man, these bigger crays can really put some pressure on. Even on the surface he was trying to crush my hand. Couple of quick photos from cameraman Sam, and then hand this thing over to Christine since she was the one that found it. And, yeah, you can deal with the cray crushing your hand.
Let him go. Yeah, quick bag check, and then I was off to the next spot. Jumped in here, and there was a lot of bait darting around on the surface, being stirred up by these kahawai. I saw them go past around this rock, and had a feeling they'd make a second pass, so dropped down and just laid on the top of the rock and waited for a good shot on one of them. As I approach the surface here, you can see all the bait that the kahawai had been chasing. I always bleed my fish, especially kahawai, as you'll find when you fillet them, if you haven't. They have this horrible bloodline down the fillet, and it has a very strong fishy taste. While I was mucking about on the surface shooting kahawai, Michael had found a nice bleed line down on the sand and managed to find himself a nice boarfish. Thought we'd get a couple of photos of Michael here with his fish, and yeah, he drops his gun in the process. Not enough hands there, mate, but she'll be on the bottom waiting for you. We dive.
The gun's still sinking, as you can see there. There's a nice stingray cruising in the background. From there we thought we'd move out to a deeper weed line, seeing as there was boarfish about. Took a dive here. It was probably 20 odd metres to the bottom here. I dove down to shoot these boarfish. I was going to try to shoot through both of them. I ended up getting cramp in one of my legs, so yeah, so that was uncomfortable. As I returned to the surface, I wondered if maybe the cramp was from lack of oxygen and if I were to black out, but tried to bury that down, and I could relax anyway knowing that I had a good loyal dive buddy waiting for me on the surface that would save me if I was to black out. Oh no, wait, hold up, there he goes, going down to shoot the other boarfish that's down there. I was actually totally fine in the end, but all jokes aside, you should really use the one up one down technique where your buddy breathes up on the surface and watches you dive, and when he returns to the surface and once you've checked he's okay, then you take a dive, and just work together as a team, because it's easy to get caught up in the excitement and having these fish around, especially when you can see them from the surface like this. Like, I'm guilty of it, I'm sure heaps of other sparrows are guilty of it as well. But it is dangerous if you don't, like, especially as the day goes on like it did on this particular day. It can quite easily happen, and it happens to the best of us, so just, yeah, try stay safe out there, guys.
Yo, what's up? We're at the Aldermen Islands. Oh, it's been a pretty sick day. Crayfish, boarfish, snapper.
We got him!
We got them all! Ow, 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 ow.
Okay?
Yeah.
Felt that.
Ow, why do I do that? And I had a kinner stuck in my foot. Zach is back from spearfishing, and let's take a look at what he has for dinner. Holy shit. Oh my gosh, that crayfish is huge. Oh, it's not crushing it, Zach, is it? That can't be comfortable. Well done, mate. For those who haven't been spearfishing before, like today, what was sort of some tips and tricks that you would give to those who haven't been to the spot that you've been and want to go? Because it's quite a popular diving spot.
Check the forecast because it was rough today.
Was it?
Yeah, I checked it and it was still rough. But yeah, I wouldn't go out in a boat that's any
smaller than that.
That's sort of like the smallest that I'd take out there.
Now the plan is to fillet the fish. Yeah, we'll all eat the fish together, have some kai, chill out, and then go to sleep because Zach's been up since 5:30 in the morning. 4:30. 4:30.
Do you know what these are?
Boarfish.
Yeah, they are boarfish. Male and a female. You know which one's which?
I think that one is the female.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Because you told me before. But I did think the other one looked prettier. But then Zach said the pretty ones are always the males, which is kind of like birds. It's the same.
It's like peacocks, eh?
Yeah. So I'm not sure if I mentioned earlier, for Zach's birthday I bought him a set of knives, filleting knives, or fishing knives rather. A spearfishing friend recommended them to me to get them for Zach, so he's going to use them for the first time. So let's go take a look.
Okay, so what you do? Quick cut in here, whoosh, down here, whoosh. That's it.
Wow. So can you tell me how the Victory knives are going?
The sharp, as you just saw. Great knives.
Nice.
Best crayfish I've ever seen.
Beautiful. He's probably, how old would he be? Would have been granddaddy.
Waited 2 seconds. Just said I was going to video.
It's probably
Pop it back on.
It's all good. It's all good.
Ready?
How was it?
Are you ready?
No.
Are you ready?
Yes. We're just going to smoke the kawai, and Christine is going to sort out the crayfish on the barbie. Crayfish. As we take out the guppy pooey bits. probably the nicest part of the crayfish to a lot of people, is the meat and the legs. Garlic butter.
I had to come.
Don't be shy with the garlic butter, people. I'll use my fingers. Here with salt, pepper, and lots of garlic butter ready to fry.
No.
It's still being like, help me! I'm just flaking up the crayfish. Is that done?
Yeah, look, that looks good for it. Well done.
Cool. Guys, I'm so excited. Thank you, fish and crayfish. Thank you. Okay, shall we eat?
We should.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh, I need it.